Perhaps the biggest or the most common objection to Christianity is actually the most dubious, and that's this, that we can't trust the Bible. You'll hear this come up in a lot of ways, but I want to take maybe the most general. You can't trust the Bible because it was written hundreds of years later, or you can't trust the Bible because of all the manuscripts, there's so many variations. Here's the reality. Most scholars today agree that the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, were written within the lifetime of the apostles. Those are the people who were eyewitnesses to Jesus' ministry. Beyond that, Paul, one of the apostles, wrote most of his epistles within a decade or two after the death of Jesus Christ. So here's the thing, the point is this, the proximity with which these people wrote about the life of Jesus lends to their historical reliability. The Bible has the most robust historical sampling of texts. Here's what I mean by this. There are approximately 5,800 Greek manuscripts for the New Testament, and that's the original language that the New Testament was written in. Second, we have 10,000 manuscripts that are written in Latin, and finally we have about 9,800 manuscripts written in other ancient languages. That means that there are 25,000 plus manuscripts of the Bible. Here's what's remarkable about that. People don't understand this, but if you're going to say that the Bible is unreliable because of the lack of evidence, then you're going to have to discount all of ancient history, at least on a textual basis, and here's why. When we compare the amount of data we have for the Bible to other sources from the ancient times, the Bible is an embarrassment of riches. Because we have 25,000 plus manuscripts, we get to see something really remarkable, and that's this. The amount with which they agree with one another. Now, to be sure, there are variations in the text, but there's some great things about this. First, Christians have always been transparent about these variations, right? If you open any Bible, you'll see footnotes where they offer maybe a different word choice or where they say the earliest manuscripts don't contain these verses. Here's what's important to know. The overwhelming majority of these variations are typos, basically, misspellings, miscopies, or something like that. The amount of agreement between the 25,000+ manuscripts is remarkable, and no essential doctrine of the Christian faith is threatened by the variations. In the end, for the Christian, the reason we believe the Bible is because it says it's trustworthy. The reason we believe the Bible is because we have faith that it is trustworthy. But there's also a lot of reliable evidence that makes it very reasonable to believe in the Bible's reliability, its credibility, and its authenticity.